rise to pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Start by calling the roll. Mr. Insenzi. Here. Mr. Bates. Here. Mr. Preston. Here. Mr. Carino. Mrs. Smallwood. Start by reading a letter from Mrs. Smallwood dated March 18, 2022. Dear John, thank you for the opportunity to serve as a Geauga County Park Commissioner. During my short time in this role, I have been impressed with the quality of our parks. This is a direct reflection of your leadership. Regrettably, I must resign my position. Unexpectedly, my commitment to Cardinal Schools is taking every bit of my energy and resources. As such, I am not able to give the Geauga County Park Boards the attention and focus that it deserves. To stay on the board would be a disservice to you, the staff, and our community. I believe that my resignation will provide an opportunity for someone who can dedicate the time and energy that you all deserve. I wish you and the staff the best of luck and continued success. I will continue to enjoy our beautiful parks as often as possible. Signed, regards, Linda Smallwood. And I want to let the board know that Mr. Carino did let me know quite a number of weeks ago that he could not be here this morning. With that, we do have a quorum, and I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda addendum items. Next item on for business is to approve or amend the meeting minutes from February 22nd, 2022. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that would help. So, thank you, Howard. We have a motion and second for the approval of the agenda items. Call the vote. Mr. Insenzi?
Yes.
Mr. Bates?
Yes.
And Mr. Preston? Yes. Thanks, Howard. Next item on the agenda is approve or amend meeting minutes, February 22nd, 2022. Thank you. Any questions on the meeting minutes from that date? Now, we'll call the vote. Mr. Insenzi?
Yes.
Mr. Bates?
Yes.
And Mr. Preston? Yes. All right, next up is the presentation of the financial statement. Jennifer Pegg.
Thank you. I went over the new format, but again, this is in the new format that shows the not only all of the funds, but each of the departments, prior 2 years, the adopted budget, year-to-date amount, budget to actual percentage, and the monthly total. So this would have been February. I don't have really anything to highlight or talk about, but I will entertain any questions if anyone has any.
So our balance right now is what?
The fund balance at the end of February would be 8 million with that year to date. So because of,
Right.
yeah, it just varies at state. So I can get cash balances.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how does the 1.9 million figure in as far as the shortfall from the auditor and prosecutor taking that away from us?
That is probably, we'll definitely, year end, we'll know that a lot better. Right now, we're getting the, being less than, a third into or a quarter into the year. But it will definitely by year end show a significant impact. Especially, financially, we can get through 2022 with that reduction, but without having that millage restored, and I'll talk about that in the revenue presentation, we will definitely have a shortfall in 2023.
Okay.
If it's not restored.
So everybody understands that we as a board have asked John to be very public about this 1.9 million that the Park District. And we've asked John to take all the means necessary to educate the public to our position. We're all in complete agreement that the 1.9 million should be restored, and we've taken legal action to bring that to a positive conclusion. So that's all I have to say on that.
Thank you, Pat, and we'll discuss that a little more, as Jen just mentioned, in old business as part of the fiscal and finance work session. So give you a little more detail when we get to that agenda item, but that's definitely the case. So thank you, Pat. Any other questions on the monthly financial report, financial statement? If not, it will be entered into the record. Moving on with vouchers, I will entertain a motion to approve all vouchers except those from Arms and Preston. Second. Thank you. Any questions on those bills paid? Now we'll call the vote. Mr. Bates? Mr. Preston?
Yes.
And Mr. Insenzi?
Yes.
I will entertain a motion to approve the vouchers for Arms Trucking.
So
Second.
Thank you. Call the vote. Mr. Insenzi?
Yes.
Mr. Preston?
yes.
Mr. Bates? Entertain a motion to approve the vouchers for Preston.
Second.
Thank you. Questions? Now we'll call the vote. Mr. Bates?
Yes.
Mr. Insenzi?
Yes.
And Mr. Preston?
Abstain.
Thank you. Okay. Back to Jennifer Kay. Moving on to old business, fiscal and finance work session.
Thank you. As we discussed at the last meeting in February, we will be doing monthly financial work sessions, and the schedule was provided at that time. So this month we're going to, or I'm going to talk about the Park District's revenues and really focus on property taxes, because that is overwhelmingly the largest revenue that the Park District receives. So there's 6 documents that were in the packet. There's 2 charts, one, and I'll go over these each, but just giving you the overview. So the first chart is the total revenues that the Park District has received, going back to 1998 up until the 2022 budget. The 98 through 2018 numbers have been audited by the Ohio Auditor of State. So those are good numbers in terms of, the auditors kind of gave their blessing and what has come in. The 19 and 20 audit is currently underway. So those numbers have been looked at by the auditing firm that's helped the district close the year, but haven't gotten the final audit from the state, has not been complete yet. And then the 21 obviously was last year's, and then 22 have been certified by the Geauga County Tax Budget Commission. So what does that mean? What is the difference between the state auditor and the Geauga County tax budget? Well, the auditor of state basically oversees all government entities and ensures that you follow the laws, they look at compliance, they make sure that your financial statements are accurate. They really, they do and will research fraud, but it's really not, they're not looking for fraud. When they just look for accuracy of financial statements. So that's the role of the state auditor, and there's a lot in the Ohio Revised Code that describes what their responsibilities are. Geauga Tax Budget Commission is the county auditor, county treasurer, and the county prosecutor, I believe.
Yes.
So that body is all of the 88 counties in the state have a tax budget commission. because in the state of Ohio, a lot of government entities, and especially school districts, cities, park districts, counties, have property tax to receive revenue. So because the way it's set up in the state of Ohio, that counties are responsible for doing the assessment of property, then